This video is specifically made for DV2024 winners, those waiting for interviews or those waiting for interview letters or those who have already received the interview letters. It's just like a regular update of telling you how things are going on. I kind of follow what is going on a lot, and I decided to share this video because someone may be in the dark, they don't know what is happening. Every month, travel.gov, that is the government of United States, releases a visa bulletin showing which cases are current for interview. When you hear cases current for interview, it's like a cutoff. They are saying from this case number to this case number, they can go for interview. Then when they increase, like they say from case number 1 to case number 200, then they increase to case number 300, they release another visa bulletin. And on Monday, 11th December, they released another visa bulletin for January, which captures interviews for the month of February 2024. And let's check how the visa bulletin was so that we can learn more. This is the visa bulletin for the month of January. It has two sections. Visa bulletin usually has two sections. There's the statutory number for preference immigrant visas, and we are focused on the diversity visa. So we're going to scroll down until we reach the part for immigrant visas, for diversity visas. So let's scroll down real quick. Let's scroll down real quick to up to where they are talking about DV winners. This is the section for DV winners. They show 2 months. They will show you the months of January, the cases which are current for interview, and they will show also in the second part the cases which are current for interview for the month of March. For January, the cutoff for Africa is 22,000. All embassies around Africa, the cutoff is 22,000, apart from Algeria, which has a very low case number, so the cutoff is 15,000, and also for Egypt and Morocco. So other countries in Africa, their cutoff, that is the highest case number which can be interviewed, is 22,000. So this is the month of January. This is the second part of the visa bulletin. For the month of February, you can see the cutoff increased from 22,000 to 26,500. And it also kind of equated, it equated for other embassies, for Algeria, for Egypt, and for Morocco. So basically, most embassies are interviewing case numbers up to 26,500. So on Thursday, 17th December, they sent interview letters for Nairobi. Yeah, they sent interview letters for Nairobi. The highest case number which received interview that I know of is 26,000. Let me show you how the yeah, looks like this. This is how the interview letter looks like. This person received the interview for February 12th. His case number 26,000. That's the highest case number that I know. So Nairobi is doing really well. Nairobi is doing very well when it comes to interviews this month, and for this DV year. They have been slow in other years. Yeah, they have been very slow in other years. This time, that is the case number which is almost the same as where the visa bulletin cutoff is. Almost the same as where the visa bulletin cutoff is. Now, I want to talk about 2 things. Number 1, I might talk about what you're supposed to do once you receive the interview letter. and I also talk to people who are waiting for their interview letter. So let us talk about what you're supposed to do once you receive the interview letter. The very first thing you're supposed to do, let me open these. Let me open these. Let me open this. When you receive 2NL, that is the interview letter, is commonly known as the 2NL. These are the two things you're supposed to do. The four things you're supposed to do. Number one, you should request for your host to send you documents, and you should also request let me put it for you so that you can see. Number one, you should request your host to send you documents. Number two, you should book your medical appointment. And number three, you should register your interview. That is registering with the courier, which is going to bring you back the passport with a visa. Some places, some embassies, you have to go for the visa yourself. But for Nairobi, mostly you have to register with DHL. Yeah. So the first thing you're supposed to do is to request to your host to send you documents, and this is how you request for that. You request your host to send you I-134. You also, I-134 is like an affidavit. It's like a commitment from the host. Guaranteeing that they are going to host you. Another thing you need from the host is evidence to show that they are able to host you. That is, they will need either Form 1040 showing their income, or W2. It also works well, or IRS transcripts. All those can work. The other thing you're supposed to get from your host is the host identification. It can be a green card, it can be a traveling passport, US traveling passport, it can be even a driving license in US. That is the identification of the host. So you're supposed to get three things from the host: I-134, tax records, and host ID. And the other thing you're supposed to do once you receive your interview letter, is to book your medical. That is very important, is to book your medical. You're supposed to book your medical once you receive your interview letter. And that is how you book your interview letter. You book your medical interview. You can pause this video to copy those emails. That is if you're from Nairobi. Yeah, you can book your interview by sending an email to IOM Nairobi Medical at iom.int. The subject of the email is medical appointment, and make sure you include your case number if you can, and you can write something like this. Pause this video so that you can see it clearly. The other thing you're supposed to do is you register for your appointment. Mostly it's advisable for a person to wait for maybe 2-3 days once you receive your interview letter for your case to be ready. Mostly it shows the cases on transit. Like this when you check on CEAC. But right now you're still not able to check on CEAC. So this is how a case is usually when when you have just immediately received the interview letter. Yeah, so book an appointment. Register your appointment. You see, you can pause this video and see how you're supposed to do that. I basically talk to people in Nairobi. I basically talk to people who are based in Nairobi. You can pause the video and see how you're supposed to book your medical, you register your appointment. That's number one. Another thing you're supposed to do is to verify your KCSE certificate, and that is how you're supposed to do it. You can see, you can pause the video and see how you're supposed to do it. It's very easy. And many other things. I advise people, if you're near Nairobi, there's a cyber where I used to work. It's called Surflink Cyber. You can visit that cyber and they will assist you. You can visit that cyber and they will assist you. If you send me a message via WhatsApp, this is my WhatsApp number to show you here. This is my WhatsApp number right here. Send me hi, it will auto-respond with the numbers for that cyber. And it is going to be okay. I also want to tell you, once you go for interview, you're only likely to come from the interview with two results, two things. There are two documents you can, either of the two documents you can receive from interview. It's you can either receive this document here. See, you can either receive this document here telling you congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Your visa has been approved. Looks like that. See, it looks like that. The other document you can receive, which is so unfortunate if you're not successful for your interview, is this document right here. Let me show you. It's a yellow paper. Looks like this. It looks like this. They might be asking you to send them extra documents, but very unfortunate. But if you send those documents, usually you send them via, you see where you booked your medical appointment. you booked your, let me show you. I like showing people. You see this part where you registered your interview? You're logging in the same place and you're able to send extra documents. You get courier authorization and you'll be able to send the extra documents that they have asked. If they usually ask for either of these, they can ask you for passport. Let me make this big for you to see. They can ask maybe for birth certificate if you forgot, or marriage certificate if you forgot, death certificate maybe. That is for those involved, not for your mom and dad now. If you had a spouse and something happened, you can get that. If you had a spouse and you divorced, or you had earlier gone for a visa interview and you indicated you have a friend, then you come with another person, they'll ask you for the divorce certificate for the other person, and also police clearance certificate. It's also very, very important. And any other document that you might have forgotten, this is where they ask you all these documents. All these documents. Yeah. If you are missing one of those documents. Lastly, because I don't want this video to be long, I want to talk to someone who is awaiting the interview letter. They're wondering, hey, why have they not sent me interview letter and I submitted my DS260? There are two ways to estimate. Number one, you can keep checking the visa bulletin. You can keep checking the visa bulletin. Keep checking the visa bulletin. Visa bulletin are released every month, from around 10th or 11th, 10th or 11th, 10 or 11th up to 15. There, at the beginning of the month, almost to the middle of the month there, they will give a visa bulletin. They will issue a visa bulletin, and it will tell you whether your case is current for interview. To show you whether your case is current for interview. You cannot go for interview when your case is not current. Like right now, any case which is 26,500 and below can be called for interview. But if your case number is higher than this, you have to wait until they release another visa bulletin which captures maybe a higher number. Like now it's 26,500, they might go up to like maybe 32,000. And once your case become current, you can expect the interview letter. You can expect the interview letter. Right now, if you don't know the state of your case, you can send an email to kccdv@state.gov, asking them to tell you the status of your case. So email address kccdv@state.gov, subject, you put your case number. In the body of the email, you write your full name, you write the date of birth and your case number, and you just write simply, kindly update me about the status of my case. They will respond and they will tell you whether the case has been processed or you're current for interview. If they tell you that you're current for interview and you become current on the visa bulletin, you can be assured that in maybe a couple of months you might be expecting or you might receive your interview letter. There are also other people whose case numbers are high, like your case number is like 80,000 or 70,000. We'll know come next year, which case numbers are very high when they start giving the CEAC data. When they start giving the CEAC data, that's when we are going to know which case numbers are high and how high are the case numbers. I don't think all cases will be captured, but around June every year, all cases go current. Yeah, they display there, Africa is current, all cases. You might get lucky there and be sent interview letter. Some embassies are faster than others, and we see Nairobi is working hard this year. Who knows, they can send you interview letter. DV2022, the highest case number that was sent interview letter was 63,000. So we can expect, based on how this year is progressing, that they can send interview letters for case numbers as high as 67,000. That's very, very important. So keep checking the visa bulletin to know whether you are current for interview. See, starting January next year, we'll be able to check here. cac.state.gov. We'll be able to check on this website, cac.state.gov. You click here on check my status. See here, check my visa status. You'll be able to come here and you put your case number 2024 AF, maybe 12458, and you put the the QR code here, CEW or any QR code, and you'll be able to see. Right now, if I check, mostly to tell me the case is invalid. It is telling me that the case is invalid because we are not yet in year 2024. Once we are in year 2024, all cases will start showing they are valid, and you can be able to check the status of your visa. You'll be able to check the status of your visa. Lastly, I want to tell you this. DV process is a very long and tedious process that requires a lot of prayers, and they have also clearly said that they selected more winners than the visas available, and they say they did that to make sure that all visas get exhausted. They say they did that to make sure all visas get exhausted. So the chance of getting an interview letter is about 50%, 40 to 50%, because around only half of the winners get the interview letter, and the chance of getting a visa after getting the interview letter is usually about 70%. See, I'm telling you this to prepare you. Don't put all your eggs in the one basket. No, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You pray, believe in God, and continue working hard where you are. continue working hard where you are. Not everybody get the visa, not everybody get to NL. Being selected as a winner does not guarantee you that you're going to get a visa. And they say that clearly. They say that clearly. Let me show you. They say that clearly here. Let me show you, because I don't want anybody to be disillusioned. Yeah. Here, let me make it big for you to see. See, you can read here. They say that, let me show you. Selection does not guarantee that you receive a visa, because the number of applicants selected is greater than the number of visas available. Therefore, it is very important that you carefully follow the instructions to increase your chances of possible visa. So I'm just telling you this to prepare your heart for any eventuality. Don't sink all your heart here in this DV process, because I don't want you to be frustrated. If you get the visa, well and good. If you don't get the visa, God has better plans for you. I wish you success, and I pray that you pray in your waiting. Have faith in this journey. May God fulfill the desires of your heart. Continue saving money. You need money, a lot of money. Yeah, continue saving money. For one person, you might need approximately $1,500 US, $1,500 US to process for one person, inclusive of air ticket, between $1,500 US up to $2,000 US, depending on the month when you be traveling, because air tickets are usually expensive during the month of July, August, September. I wish you all the very best. Continue saving money, continue praying, and I wish you all the very best. Until next time, you can watch any of the other videos here, because I also share about life in America as a caregiver, because that is what I do. Until next time, just watch any of other videos here, and next month I'll come here with another update about DV2024 progress. Be blessed. Until next time.